No,
Present.
no, I got you. I got my headphone wire was weird. Well, let's do this stage again. Oh, turn,
Before the pufferfish.
turns out I really had to go to the bathroom.
Again?
Well, I mean, the last time I went to the bathroom was this morning. So yeah,
Mm.
you have to walk away from the door, then walk back up to the door. Oh. And let's be real. Some of these sections are so short. The idea of like you don't need a checkpoint, but the only reason you really want a checkpoint is there should be a checkpoint at each scene transition. Every time you reach a point of no return, there should be a checkpoint. But a part of
Right.
me feels like they actively didn't do this way simply because it adds to like replay time, which is something I do not understand. I've never fully grasped the concept of like what they call like how many people are playing the game. I've never gotten why that was important. It's like the player base is currently at this. Like okay, it's like we
I
have this.
also have an issue with this idea that games need to be a certain length to be worth whatever they're charging or whatever.
I agree with that, like personally, because like this was not worth $60. Like regardless of how you look at it, this is one of those experiences that it's fun, yeah, it's cool, not worth $60 arenas, not out of the gate.
60 bucks good.
This is more of a $40 game, to say the very least.
I meant more so like with the quality of the game than the I guess price point. Like, see, price point and length, yeah, I get that, but I mean the
I
quality of
think
the
it's,
game
I think,
is sort of what I mean.
but that's the thing. There's so many games out there now. Like I think that might be because you play a lot of indie games and like for you're used to. I think you're more used to playing like 2D pixel art games that like are fun to play. And you consider them like higher quality, but like it's like a combination of both, and it can't simply be one or the other. Like I'll take a 2D pixel art game, but it can't be like this 5 minute like a 2D pixel art like fighter. Like
Mhm.
looks good, plays good, still not worth fucking $60 on the come out. Like it's not. Like
Mhm.
like fucking the Arkham games, yeah, totally worth. Every Arkham game is worth $60, especially City and Night. Now, as far as like whether or not you like what you're doing in Night, different story altogether. Or City for that matter. City didn't have the Batmobile, did it?
I don't think so.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think it
think it
did.
was big enough.
Yeah. Okay. So like to say like the length is because like if the game is designed for you to like just keep playing it, that's a different story. If it's designed for you to just play it over and over and over again, like I still wouldn't say, well, that makes it worth $60. Like I wouldn't, I can't openly say that that makes the most sense in the world because like I really feel like it doesn't. Because like with that case, 'cause Mario Kart is still like full price.
I mean, most Nintendo titles tend to
Don't,
be full price,
yeah, and like
regardless of how long you've been
except this game was out
Yeah,
for like less than a month and it was like discounted by $10. If you were at all curious, like it did
but
get
this
it.
isn't like a full-on Nintendo game, is it? Like it's licensed.
No, it's not. This is a Nintendo game.
I thought it was like, I mean, I know it's exclusive to Nintendo. I thought it was like
No, no, I know what
licensed
you're
to
asking me.
Ubisoft
I'm
stuff.
telling you, no, they did this.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. No, they did this. This isn't like made by like another. Like you can look it up right now. Like, but no, this is a Nintendo game. This isn't like well Ubisoft and Nintendo. Because if it was, I'm telling you now, like I don't think it looked like this.
Did you know? How would you know? Why would you know this? That someone made a what is basically a spiritual successor to the Wands of Gamelon.
Yeah, I heard.
It's actually pretty good.
It ain't. Liar.
No, I mean, like, it gets the spirit of like what
which
those
is,
games were, but they make
which is
them
a,
playable.
I'm about to say, which is exactly the problem, which is why they are not good. It's like nothing about that game was playable.
It was very memeable.
I liked them only because they made Aaron angry. I realized that like I have slowly become a masochist. I'm a masochist and a sadist. I will do things that hurt me. I'll do it, Mark. Test me. Test me. This right now is kind of like proof that like, yeah, he'll hurt himself. He will hurt himself. And so, but like I've figured out that like I really like YouTube videos, not where people get hurt, but where people hurt themselves, like intentionally and somehow unintentionally. Cause like there's this dude I watch, Brandon Ferris, and yeah, it turns out like I think it's hilarious when he's scared and hurt, but he likes hurting himself. Like he is clearly one of those people that will like fucking like, oh, so like what'll get the views on this up? Okay, I'll choke myself to death and then upload that. Like it almost comes down to that, and that's. But there's this dude named Medi. He has a channel called Electro Boom, and if you're at all curious, he's an electrician. He's an electrical engineer, so he's really smart. Like, well, when it comes to like electronics and stuff like that, he's very smart. He's quite smart and quite capable. But here's the thing. I think he kind of gets a kick out of shocking himself.
Like he just enjoys the feeling of it.
Like, yeah, I don't know if that's how anybody else would word it, but yeah, I think so. I think he gets a kick out of like shocking himself, and like that's how I kind of like stumbled upon his channel, is like seeing videos of him doing just that, of him shocking himself by quote unquote accident in like while making a video, and I just can't help but be like, yeah, this shit's funny. Like this shit's funny. Like it's all the way funny. And like the wild part is like this dude, I don't know if he went to school to be a teacher or what. Okay, so we did this one last time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that one.
It is not that one. He's dead.
Yeah, he's on.
You saved me.
Okay, so it's not up there. Like, there's usually like a spotlight. It's right there. It's literally right there.
Yeah, it's right.
It's really right. It's right there. Like when you're under the upside down turtle is what they could have fucking said. Like I don't get that. Like people write these fucking video game guides but don't know how to speak. Like fucking learn how to fucking talk. You useless twat. Golly, it's like, oh, after you. It's not after. It's like it would make more sense to just say like before you move the pufferfish, go to the right side of the stage.
Yeah, because I'm guessing it means after you get to the section. That's what it means.
But that's not English.
Not how you should,
that's not how you phrase that. Like no, after, as in it's the last thing I do. Please don't put me back down there. Okay. I couldn't find the button.
After.
So fucking dumb. Like, and it really feels like the only reason it's like that is just so like it like annoys. Like it's literally, hey, you're coming here for help. I'm going to annoy you. That's what's happening. And it's just like you're a fucking idiot. Like fucking Ben Chode.
I have some pointless information involving O.J. Simpson that's not about him dying.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not about him dying.
Uh-huh.
I'm only guessing this information like is being processed because he died though. But in a weird way, in like a butterfly effect sort of way, he is responsible for Gargoyles getting canceled.
I'm listening.
I mean, it's not like all that complicated. It's literally that like Gargoyles during its season 2 premiere started trying to do like this thing where they were releasing one episode every single day and trying to do like a really plot heavy thing, in which animated shows back then didn't do.
That's whoa.
And like
That
it was a
sound.
really complicated and like really like experimental thing to be doing in general. But it also happened to be happening right when the OJ trial was happening.
And wasn't
So
nobody
you want
watching
to
it.
guess, yeah. And so like people would tune in and watch a random episode and like, what did I miss? Like,
Like,
it's
yeah.
only been a week. What the fuck happened? And so yeah, their third season was very like light.
I feel like that's on
story
them for
narratives.
not. I feel like that's on them for not explaining that, like, hey, this is what's gonna be happening. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you
Yeah,
like?
there was no warning. Like half your promo would be like this epic saga that's like a daily thing, like or
Yeah, like
something.
every day on the Disney Channel or whatever the fuck.
Because yeah, now it's commonplace to have like cartoons do that sort of thing, but like I don't know. Like I know, again, I wouldn't say that's OJ's problem either, but
I
like,
wouldn't say it's his fault by any
it's just
stretch
a
of the
weird
imagination.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a weird little
The
like
the two things.
his thing was happening.
Yeah, like the two things coincided. Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, because of that, they didn't do well on their third season either, and so like they just got canceled.
I really find it interesting that like the people who like made the show couldn't like piece together that the reason no one was watching it was because of the thing that was happening. That was like because the O.J. Simpson trial was like one of the biggest. It really I think was the beginning of America's like fascination with morbidity. Like because like it shouldn't have been a spectacle. It really shouldn't have been a spectacle. But like the sad reality it was a spectacle mostly because of the racial tension. Like there were a lot of people, and like I said this on Facebook, that like I guarantee you there were a lot of white people who were excited or happy to hear that he died, which I think is fucking stupid because it just like shows that like after all these years, which I don't know how many years it's been since that shit happened, but after all these years, you are still holding on to that. And when I tell you like people, I mean people who weren't related to the Golds or like the Goldmans or whoever. Like you were not connected to it in the slightest. You weren't. But you were excited. I'm fucking glad he's dead. Like, he was a human being. He was gonna die no matter what. You know what I mean? Like,
Regardless of what he did during his life, he was going
yeah,
to die.
he could have been a fucking saint and he was gonna still fucking die. And like, he could have got fucking cancer no matter what. Like, it's completely irrelevant to like anything. And it does bother me because like, it's just this like, those people cannot like stop and be like, they don't have the mental fortitude to be like, oh wow, I'm genuinely glad a dude got cancer and died, all because I think he killed somebody that I
Also,
don't
not to drag this
know.
out more, I know there's people out there to be like, well, he wrote that book and stuff. Yeah, and he wrote it, yeah. But like, the thing is his career was basically over at that point. Like,
Yeah.
that. So like, he was trying to make money. And if you want to say, yeah, you published it and you made money off it, not really.
No,
the rights went to the family.
Yeah, the family of like of Ron Goldman.
And then they republished it with the word
like
"not" very, very tiny on it.
Well, no, the name of the book, it was called If I Did It.
Yeah.
And like they wrote the word if in the top part of the I.
Yeah.
So like if you saw it from far off, it just read I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, I think should have been like, I think he probably should have sued for that because like I think that is like, what is that, a defamation of character? Because like you can't like, because you're actively trying to sell people on the idea that I did this thing that I'm telling you that one, the courts say I didn't do, I say I didn't do. Like, and I really don't think OJ did it. Like, I genuinely don't. Do you know how hard it is to get away with murder? It's outstandingly difficult.
Especially, I don't want to be this person, but especially if you're black.
Yes. Like, especially during that time. Even as a celebrity. Like, the fact that he got away with that. Like, I genuinely, and like you think that what you said is bad. I just genuinely think OJ Simpson was too fucking stupid to get away with it like that. Like, and I mean this from the heart, from the bottom of my neck. I don't think OJ Simpson was smart enough. I don't think he was intellectual. I don't think he was intelligent enough to plot a murder and like get away with it scot-free. Regardless of what his because this is the same dude who went into a sports memorabilia museum and stole back his stuff and thought that he wouldn't get in trouble for that. Because in theory, it's his stuff. I was like, I can just take it, it's mine. Like, no, not if you break their glass. Like, you can't damage their property to get your stuff back. You have to go through the legal, like the right channels. All right, y'all. That's the end of this episode. The first mermaid stage is 100% completed. We're gonna do the patisserie one next, only because like I want to get it out of the way. So stay tuned for more Princess Peach Showtime Encore.